Hi friends, today we are going to be making a little paper cut floral bouquet. I chose to do some tulip inspired shapes. You can do whatever you want, as always. My name is Julie. I'm with the Pigeon Letters design team and I can't wait to see what you create.
So this is everything that you're gonna need to create our little spring bouquet. For colors, we're going with something a little bit bright and fun. I chose kind of this pinkish red color, an orange and a bright yellow. Two options of greens, and we'll set those here. You're gonna want a bigger brush. I'm gonna use this round 16. If you want, you can use like a flat brush, but I just prefer these ones when I'm making like a watercolor wash. You'll need scissors, some glue, and a pencil. So we'll use those in a bit. And of course, some clear water. These are my two papers that I'll be working with. One is going to be the background for our flowers, and then the other is going to be the watercolor wash that we'll be cutting up once it's dry. I think I'm gonna go this way. So I'm gonna start painting, go over this way. We're gonna do about 2/3 of it with the pink, orange, yellow colors. And then this side will be the greens because we don't need as much. That will just be the stems and leaves and all of that. So with your big old brush, we are just gonna get started. You can choose any of the colors. And we're just gonna be working our way over. This is a really like a mindless portion. You can't mess it up. So all you wanna do is vary the amount of water and paint you use to kind of get, you know, different pigments. And then if you chose 3 colors that are, you know, near each other on the color wheel. This is basically red, orange, yellow. They'll blend very easily into each other and won't make kind of a murky brown or anything like that. And we're basically going to do the same thing over here with the green. Make sure you leave a little space in the middle. Okay. Go ahead and rinse your brush out. And set it off to the side. Oh, just kidding. Keep it. Set this off to the side to dry. You can use a blow dryer if you want. I'm just going to move it on over. All right, so go ahead and grab your other piece. I'm going to be building my bouquet sort of up this way. So I'm going to do, you know, a portrait mode. And then I have this watercolor pencil. You can use any pencil you want. I just like to use these because you don't have to erase it afterwards. And I'm just going to loosely draw a circle. I don't know if you can see that because I chose this tan color, but there's a circle there. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is create sort of like a little sun in the background. So I'm gonna take the yellow and just fill it in. And this will sort of be like the backdrop for our flowers. If you have trouble with circles or you're a little bit more particular than I am, you can feel free, you can trace, use a compass, trace a plate or a planter or a jar, whatever is, you know, circular in your vicinity. I could not find one, so this is where we're at today. All right, now you go ahead and set your brush to the side, and we are gonna let both of those dry and meet back here with our scissors and our glue. Okay, so now that everything is nice and dry, we are going to cut out our flowers. and glue them onto this bright little sun over here. So I like to set this out and then kind of place the flowers as we're cutting them, just to see, you know, kind of make edits. See if they're, you know, small enough, big enough, we're using the right colors. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut the green off and set it over here. And then I'm thinking, I like to work in odd numbers, so 3 or 5. I'm thinking that we're gonna do some tulips. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then maybe 5. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna start on this end and show you the basic shape that we wanna get. And then we'll just go from there. So we're first gonna cut out sort of like a big, like a corn kernel to start. And then at the top of it, we'll go ahead and give it a little bit of like a wave, like that. So I'm gonna put this here. So that's like the back for the tulip. And then, let's see. I like to go from different parts just so it doesn't all end up the same exact tone. Let's go down here and we're gonna do two sort of teardrop shaped petals, and then those are gonna go right in the front. So we'll do one this way and then one coming up the other way. And these don't have to be perfect. You know, kind of get them on there and you can see where you need to trim at and all that stuff. Okay. So we'll go with this one. So there's one. And then we're just going to repeat that 3 to 5 times. So I'm going to go for one here, and then maybe a droopy one down here. We'll see how we feel. All right, once you've got all of your flowers placed on, you will go through and sort of edit the size and the shape. So, you know, we've got these ones here. This is a little weird. So you can just go through and sort of trim them up before we glue them. You can actually glue your flowers together now if you wanted to, as you're trimming them. But we are not going to glue them down to the paper yet because we still have our stems. So we'll just work our way through and get them all put together. Okay, so we've got all of our little flowers where we want them, about. And now we are going to be cutting the stems. So we're going to bring them down to about here. And I'm just going to actually trim this bottom part off. And we're just going to do one at a time, longest ones first to make sure we have those. And as they kind of come out, we're just going to keep bending them a little bit more. this little guy. All right, now we're gonna add some leaves before we glue all of these pieces down. So as you know, tulip leaves are just kind of long and skinny. So we'll just cut out a few shapes. Some can be droopier. We don't need to think too much about this part. Move our little leaves. Move that. All right, so we're going to start gluing from back to front. So we're going to start with the bigger stems. What I like to do is just grab a little scrap piece and then pull it through like this. There's one. And you can trim them down at the bottom as you go. And the flowers. Oops. That's okay. Got a little green glue over here. All right, so now we're going to add the leaves. So you can go ahead and just kind of go for it. I like to try to fill in the spaces in between each little stem. It's going to create, movement and kind of bring your bouquet to life. I like when they cross over a little bit too. That's fun. Okay, do a couple more. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like we have enough. I think we're good. Feel free to edit at will. You can always add more if you've got more green left over. If you got a little green glue like me, that's okay. Just just let it dry and scrape it off. But this is it. We're done. You've got yourself a beautiful spring bouquet. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please share it with me if you give it a try, and I can't wait to see what you create.